Dear students, welcome to my channel again, and let's start a topic: amplitude modification of transverse wave. And this is the topic of special attention which is needed. Amplitude modification in transmission and reflection of transverse wave we are going to discuss today. Boundary condition I am going to introduce over here. Let's consider a general wave function, and that wave function is for transverse wave special case, that is on string along x-axis, given by y incident is equal to incident function x minus v1t on medium 1. As shown in the diagram below. Incident wave is incident along x-axis. We can see x minus v1t is the function. It means it is towards positive x-axis, and junction is x is equal to x naught between two medium, that is medium 1 and medium 2. We can see string 1 or string 2 in better manner. The string is straight, stretched, sharing same tension. String is completely elastic we are considering, and wave are of low amplitude and have linear nature. This common tension string, let us consider T with linear mass density of string 1 and 2 is mu1. Let's check the diagram. Here in the diagram, in medium 1, linear mass density mu1 under tension T, causing velocity v1 is equal to root over T by mu1, and in medium 2 velocity is root over T by mu2. Now let's go to next page. As at any time at junction, disturbance just for a left hand side must be equal to disturbance right hand side, as string 1 and 2 are connected always at junction. Therefore, disturbance equation right hand side is y transmitted at x is equal to x naught at time t is equal to always y reflected at x naught comma t and y incident at x naught comma t. Let it be equation 1. While for wave pulse reaching to junction, for continuity, applying law of superposition, what we are getting? Function of transmitted wave at junction is equal to wave function of reflected wave and wave function of incident wave. That is equation 2. Let's consider very small length element at position x of thickness or length dx at junction, being almost of negligible mass, will face zero force and tension there on either side of string must be equal and opposite on each string, there as shown. Now let us come to the diagram. we can see here that is the condition of transverse wave. Tension must be same everywhere, small fluctuation with inclination. Thus, slope must be on either side having equal value on each string at junction. That is the condition we can say. At any time I am going to differentiate with respect to x. In left hand side it is for transmitted wave. I am writing in right hand side it is reflected and incident wave function. Though in the diagram right hand side here is the equation for left side of x is equal to x naught, and that is for left hand side of the equation is diagram right hand side. Not to be confused, this is equation number 3. We know already that dy by dx is 1 by v dy by dt for positive direction wave propagation, and we know dy by dx is equal to minus 1 by v into dy by dt for negative direction wave propagation. It implies equation 3 can be replaced instead of derivative of x, that is differential of f1 by v2, differential of transverse wave function by v2 is equal to differential of reflected wave function by v1 minus differential of incident wave function by v1. That is equation 4. F is now derivative with respect to time. The equation 3 is differentiation with respect to x. I have converted it. Now let us proceed by differentiating equation 2 with respect to time. We are getting differential with respect to time transverse wave function is equal to differential of reflected wave function with respect to time plus differential of incident wave function with respect to time. Now from equation 3 and 4 we are getting transverse wave function differential is equal to 2v2 by v1 plus v2 into differential of incident wave function, and reflected wave function is v2 plus v1 by v2 minus v1 by v2 plus v1 into differential of incident wave function. Integrating above results with respect to time, we will get arbitrary constant which will be 0 on taking f incident is 0. You can check mathematically, and we will get same equation f transverse is equal to 2v2 by v2 plus v1 into incident wave function, and f reflected is equal to v2 minus v1 by v2 plus v1 into incident wave function. Hence we obtain the relation of transverse and reflected wave function in term of incident wave function. Here is the important part, and in the same manner amplitude are going to be related. Now this is the next page. Next we will learn to apply time relocation. On wave function, and we will write it properly in proper manner. Now remember the previous page result, that is how we are getting wave function modification. Now similar amplitude modification is there. As at x is equal to x naught, incident wave function will be y incident is function of incident wave function as x naught minus v1t. Now a reflected wave function, it is basically v2 minus v1 by v2 plus v1. Function of incident wave x naught minus v1t. Let's apply time relocation as the distance for x position from boundary x naught, time taken with speed v1 will be minus of x minus x naught by v1. Then I am substituting in the above equation, t is replaced by t minus this time, that is minus x naught by v1. We are getting this equation. Now simplifying it, we are getting y reflected is equal to v2 minus v1 by v2 plus v1. Function, incident wave function 2x naught minus x minus v1t. Similarly, we are going to apply time relocation for transmitted wave. With same concept, you think how much time we have to shift. The shifting of time, you need to know how much it should be there from the junction. Now basic reflected wave function, we can write y reflected is 2v2 by v2 plus v1. Incident wave function of x naught minus v1t. Of time relocation, we are getting by time gap that for new position x, it will take time displacement x minus junction position x naught by v2. Then y reflected is 2v2 by v2 plus v1. Incident wave function of x naught minus v1. T is to be subtracted by time relocation, that is x minus x naught by v2. Now this is simplified in form of y reflected is equal to 2v2 by v2 plus v1 f incident x naught minus, that is I am taking v2 common all over, x naught v2 minus v1 minus v1t minus x. Now here worthy to note, in transmission we consider phase velocity, amplitude, wavelength, propagation constant, and wave number may change, but frequency, that is property of source, angular frequency, that is dependent on frequency, time period of oscillation, that is also dependent on frequency, and phase and propagation direction will not change. Definitely here we have to think of inner reflection, amplitude, propagation direction, and phase may change, but phase velocity, wavelength, propagation constant, wave number, frequency, time period of oscillation, angular frequency, and time period, I have repeated it again, will not change. Reflection from denser medium. Now we are going for important topic and applicable in optics also for light. Reflection from denser medium, that is V2 is less than V1. It is not related to density, it is related to lesser speed, causes Yi and Yr will have opposite sign. Such reflection causes wave inversion on reflection, and for sinusoidal waves it is referred as phase change of pi. Reflection from rarer medium, that is V2 is greater than V1, will cause Y incident and Y reflected will have same sign, that is no wave inversion on reflection. And for sinusoidal wave it is referred as no phase change. This phenomena is applicable for all linear transverse waves of small amplitude. We can see this is simplified in this diagram. Before reflection, a red color wire is there, incident wave is coming, and reflection from rarer medium, no phase change. Before reflection, again I am showing in right side of the right half of the diagram, incident pulse coming from red medium. Now second medium is rarer and reflection causes no phase change. In transmission, phase change is never existing. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you very much.